Happy New Year, 2015. It's going to be a great year. I was thinking about this today, and it's funny. 2015 is a whole new way of looking at yourself, being a different person, and considering change. Instead of being stuck, consider change. First thing I want you to think about is what three things would really make you feel happy about yourself this year. Not lots of different things, just three different things that would make you happy. Like three changes. I remember one time I was working on the character code, and I decided I was going to work on being thoughtful for 1 year. And my blue wife says to me, "Oh, that's a really tough one." And I said, "Well, okay, you try and wake up happy every day for a year." And all of a sudden it hit her how easy things are for certain people in certain colors and how difficult things are for people in other colors. So it's not about judging somebody's choice, it's just about making a decision to want to improve something in your life and make a difference in how you feel about yourself and how you impact other people. So for me, being thoughtful was a challenge because I'm always happy. That's not my concern. It's just a matter of thinking about somebody else and doing something that would make them happy. Whereas for my wife, she thinks medication is what you need to be happy. And I said, no, it's just a matter of choosing to be a certain way. Now, what's easy for me about being happy is just as easy for her about being thoughtful. So I want you to think for a minute about your color, what your personality is, and think about one of your flaws that prevents you from experiencing your core motivation. So is there anything that keeps you from feeling fulfilled in your core motivation? So if you're white and you want to be more at peace, think about something that prevents you from feeling peace in your life. So once you figure that out, something that you'd like to work on, then I want you to think about, well, who has the antidote? Which color has what I need to overcome my weakness? And then forget about the weakness, just focus on the strength or the antidote of your weakness. And it will come from another color. In all the years I've done this, I have never found that the antidote for one of our flaws comes in the strengths of the same color flaws. The antidote always comes from another color. So it also helps you appreciate the value of other colors because you need them to grow and to improve. I remember this woman stood up at a seminar one time who was honestly absolutely stunning. And she stood up and said, "I have felt unattractive all of my life. And so I began by putting in my mirror, you are attractive. You are a beautiful human being." And she read that every time she came to her mirror. And all of us at the seminar looked at her and said, "How could you not have known that?" And she says, "I understand that I've come to accept now I am beautiful and I am attractive. But I promise you, I didn't believe that for 1 minute. So for 3 years, I played this over and over and over until I convinced myself that I was attractive." And that's the beauty of change, is that you honestly commit to the antidote of your flaw. There's a great story about a young man who was he's in 4th grade, and he lived in a place with a lot of snow, and his mom and dad worked, and he would run home from school, and when he would go home from school, some of the bullies would throw snowballs at him. And he just was so frustrated because he could never get home without getting bloodied. And one day he said to his parents, "I just need your help. Can you just pick me up from school so I don't have to walk home and get beat up?" They said, "No, you know we both work. We're not able to do this for you." So the next day he was walking home realizing, I'm not going to get help from my parents. And the bullies, found him and ran after him, and he dodged into an alleyway, and he got a trash can lid. And this trash can lid defended him against the hard snowballs that they were tossing. In fact, he got so good at defending himself and getting home unscathed that he got known to be the trash can lid king. He was just so good at it. Well, he was excited. His parents were thrilled. Everybody was proud of him. And so for years and years and years, he kept this up. Well, what happened was it became part of who he was. And so when he went to get married, he said to his wife, "Well, there's one thing I have to tell you. At our wedding, I'm going to need to use the trash can lid when I walk down the aisle." And she goes, "What, are you crazy? You're not going to have a trash can lid." He goes, "No, you don't understand. It has been my best friend for so long." And so she goes, "Well, I can't marry you. You're crazy." Now you think, well, that's nuts. That's nuts. That's not possible it could happen. The truth of the matter is, we all have trash can lids. bad habits we've picked up in our lives to save us, to protect us, that actually made sense at one time in our life. But we never updated our lives. We never changed. We didn't change who we are and why we did what we do. Today, we're different. This young man who grew into a very, very wonderful adult still carried that fear of being hit by people with snowballs at his wedding. So think what the things you're stuck with. Think of the things that you're still believing about yourself that are not true, but you've come to believe. And then look at an antidote. Take the medicine from another color that will cure and give you change in your life. This is going to be a great year. There's nothing better than trying something like this, and do it until somebody compliments you on having that trait. For example, when somebody said to me, "You're really very thoughtful," I felt I could move on to a new trait to work on. God bless. Have a wonderful new year.